There are three types of relationships. We have contractual, committed, and covenantal. A contractual relationship is a 50-50 give and take or cost and reward benefit type of relationship. For example, your roommate. A committed relationship is the relationship that is the next step up from a contractual relationship. It requires more effort, intimacy, support, interaction, and being able to work through problems together. For example, dating. And then we have a covenantal relationship, which is a community and communication-filled relationship that shows love and grace through growth over time. That includes characteristics of the contractual and committed relationships. For example, marriage. So what is something that can enrich any type of relationship? Virtuous communication. Virtue is defined as one's moral ability, standard, and character as an individual that is in relation to others. It is an indication of growth, and it is an important part of any relationship. Virtue has 5 values. We have self-control, humility, industry, faithfulness, and wisdom. With all these layers of characteristics and virtue, any relationship can become a better relationship, no matter if it is a contractual, committed, or covenantal relationship. Let's talk about self-control. Self-control is rationally deciding how one will act in a given situation, striving for the benefit of all persons involved, which may require acting differently than instinct would determine. You can't control others, but you can definitely control yourself. And you have to find that balance of between over-control and too little control. Self-control is about knowing your thoughts and emotions and how it can affect others. Let's talk about the next subject, humility. In the Bible it says to love your neighbor as you would yourself. Basically, it's to love others, love life, and that, it's not all about you. Humility is also about ownership of your actions and relations with others. Another thing about humility is that there is something called false humility. False humility is when you either strive to get something out of other people, like a compliment, by self-deprecating yourself. That is not true humility. Humility has a lot to do with intentions, and the way you act, the way you think, and the way you treat others shows a lot about what type of person you are. The next subject we're going to talk about is industry. In any relationship, it takes work, and a lot of people don't like that aspect. In Hollywood, they portray relationships as free, loving, romantic, but there's more to that than all the surface stuff. Industry, or work, means that you need to do your part and your partner needs to do their part and come to a compromise in the decisions that you are making. You need to be able to support each other and know that this relationship is not just about yourself. You have to be able to communicate your expectations and be able to fulfill your part of those expectations as well. The next thing we're going to talk about is faithfulness. Faithfulness is more than just being able to express your love and working things out with your partner. It is different from a commitment. It involves mental, emotional, and physical support for your partner. And it's not just a given, it's something that you do need to work on, and there are ways to do that. You have to be able to invest in your relationship. You have to be able to set goals with your partner. You also have to set up hedges and guard your heart and your partner's heart too. Anything that's questionable or that can threaten the relationship, you should definitely avoid. And another thing is that you should surround yourself with role models that are moral. Parents, church people, just good friends, good relationships. It's easier to thrive in an environment that's positive because little things can affect any relationship. The last core value is going to be wisdom. Wisdom permeates through all of the other core virtues because it is the ability to discern and judge the best thing to do or say in any situation or relationship. The more wisdom you have, the better off your relationship will work. In saying that, it is something that you have to share with your partner, reflect on with your partner, and understand your part. You gotta learn about your past and deal with your dragons, but also be able to forgive and reconcile and listen. These are virtues of being filled with wisdom and being able to learn and grow in a healthy way. In conclusion, the 5 virtues of self-control, humility, industry, faithfulness, and wisdom will enrich any of your relationships. They'll be able to sustain as well as develop different types of relationships, whether it's in the workplace, friendship, marriage, or even with kids. This is what God is calling us to do, to have abundant relationships, not only with Him, but with others.